Hello and thank you for tuning into this video. This is going to be a timeless tarot reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon and or rising signs. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading. These are all general readings. So they may resonate on different levels for different people and different situations. So take what resonates and leave what does not. I'm also using the Divine Tarot, is that what it's called? Tarot of the Divine for this reading. So let's see what is going on for Scorpio right now. Okay, we have got the Tower straight off the bat, the big switch up. We have the Knight of Coins, Patience, Trust the Process, and the Sun. Okay, good vibes. Good vibes. I know that the Tower is the first card that we pulled, but that doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It's just a plot twist. So recently, you may have experienced a bit of upheaval or a change in plans or, you know, a Tower moment. Something where the universe throws a spanner in the works and then you have to make do and go in a different direction, do things differently, completely rebuild. So the Knight of Coins is giving you a reassurance of patience, and the Sun is giving you a message of positivity, joy, good luck, good vibes, life. Like the Sun is the most happiest, positive card that you can pull in the tarot. So I just really feel like there has been some sort of heavy energy because the Tower is challenging. But yeah, just a huge message right now of staying positive, and it's like a promise as well. Like the Sun isn't just like stay positive, toxic positivity. Like the Sun is like a promise, right? The Sun is a promise. Like you wake up in the morning and the sun will rise. That's a promise every day. Like the Sun is, it's a promise of success, it's a promise of life, it's a promise of rejuvenation. Because like without the Sun we would have no plants, or you know, like the weather would be all cooked. Like I don't know what the weather would be like, but I imagine it would be awful, and we probably wouldn't be able to live. With no Sun we have no life. So this is it's a promise of stability and like fun, happiness to come. What have we got here? The Nine of Swords reversed, Page of Cups. Page of Cups, another super positive card in the deck. This is sweetness, innocence, taking, how do I put it, like sometimes like when we're really stressed we tend to have like a just like a we're very short-sighted. We have like our view is around here, right? We're looking down and we can only see our shitty situation. The Page of Cups is almost like the flip, the coin flip of that. It's like positive, you know, attention. You know, you might be focusing on like a hobby or like a little rabbit. He's playing with his little rabbit here. Just doing so-called like meaningless or so-called unproductive things. It's just like having fun, having a good time. So like lately, whatever this Tower has kind of brought in or brought up for you, stirred up, could have had you in that like short-sightedness, but like you know, the negative side. this is telling you, like, you know, you can actually have the exact same experience but opposite, in a happy way. So that can be connecting to hobbies that you like, just even like TV shows, movies, cooking some food that you like, running a bath, you know, like all those typical like self-care things that people say, you know, just things that are fun, things that make you happy, activities or non-activities, you know what I mean? Like, just, this is about getting lost in the source in a good way. So that is accessible to you. The Nine of Swords, so this is about fear. We've got it in reverse as well. You absolutely could have been fearful lately, anxiety, stress, but it's like you don't know what's going to come. In this card, like, I don't know the actual, like, because all of these cards are based on I believe real, like, either religions or some sort of spiritual beliefs or fairy tales and stuff, but I don't know what this is. But there's a lady here and she's looking like all almighty and all powerful, and these people down here are looking up at her in fear. But like, to me, I'm seeing this as like, this lady is the universe at large, just kind of like flexing its powers, showing us that we don't have control of it. We can't control the universe, we can't control fate. It'll do its thing. So that's just like how I'm viewing this card. And they're looking up at her like, oh my god, like, it's more powerful than us, like, we have no control, we can't do anything about this. Like, but that's not to say that like the universe is gonna give you shit. Like, the universe is not, like, to me she looks vibey, right? She does not look evil. She looks like she's chilling. She looks like she got this. I'd trust her. So it's just that, like, that fear of like not having control over the situation, fear of things not going away. But I just think there's like this sense of trust in the universe. Like, you need to take a step back, like, and it's really hard to kind of do that, like, if you're really like in the thick of stress and anxiety. Like, it's fucking hard. Like, when someone's like, oh, you know, just take a step back and stop stressing, it's hard. Like, that's not something that you can just be like, I'm just not gonna think about it anymore, because it's like a self-defense thing. It's literally like fight or flight. Like, you'll start ruminating over like, what if this happens, what if that happens, because you're protecting yourself. Like, that's just your brain's way of being like, yeah, oh fuck, like, I need to figure out what's gonna happen, I need to predict the future, so then I know what I'm gonna do in that situation. So like, that, again, not like a flick the switch and it turns off kind of a thing, but there is a way for you to tap into that positive, you know, positive perspective, even if it is slowly, right? So this can just be like about slowing down and doing things like more mindfully. So it's almost like meditating while your eyes are open and you're moving and stuff, which is a thing. So like, if you're cooking, you know, stay off your phone. You know, you can maybe like put some music on or something like that, but it's just being like super mindful with everything you're doing, not rushing through anything, just doing the one thing in front of you and just slowing it down. Just focus on the one thing you're doing, and just kind of romanticize it, because the Page of Cups, like, this feels very like romanticizing life. He ain't got a stress in the world. He's like, everything is beautiful, I've got my little bunny dude with me, you know, like, it's lit. It's it's so lit. So yeah, this is just about trusting and just trying to just slow things down, especially with the Knight of Coins or the Knight of Pentacles. That is about patience. It's about not rushing. It's about trusting that the seeds that you sow will flower and grow without you having to dig them up and check on them. Like, you don't, when you plant a seed, you don't dig it up and go, oh my god, is it working? Like, you just water the freaking seeds and you trust that the universe is going to do what it's going to do, and that the universe isn't against you. This redirection, this Tower moment is not this is not against you. This is not like a fuck you from the universe. Like, this is very much like even just like it's just a redirection, really. Like, that's just all it feels like. It's a redirection. It's a way to look at things differently, and it's also building this like strength within yourself as well, to recognize that when these situations happen where you kind of feel a bit like, you know, out of control and everything's going off course, it's like when we get through these things, like, more and more, we, like, if we're self-aware, we can actually like learn to look after ourselves better in a way. Like, if we harness this as a lesson, we can, you know, recognize when we're stressed or when we're delving into, you know, panic mode or whatever, and we can be like, hey, like, I'm just gonna chill now. I'm gonna draw the line. I'm gonna have a stress day. I'm going to go get my nails done. I'm gonna, you know, do some gardening, like whatever like lights you up and takes your mind off of things, and, you know, gets you out of the like thinking way too far ahead into the future and into a crisis mode. So I hope that that makes sense. We've got the 10 of Coins in reverse. This is like abundance, like major abundance, like abundance to the point where you can share it. So I think this is a reminder of what you have as well. Like, you, yeah, like, you just, I think you have like a lot of people around you who make you feel abundant as well, because like the 10 of Coins, or like the coins, the pentacles in general, are not just about money. It's about like physical, like things you can like see and like are just there, you know what I mean? And the 10 of Coins, like, there's like family in this. There's a dog, there's a little kids, there's an older lady. Like, this is about kind of focusing on like close connections as well, and just things that are close to you, things that are the most important. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to pull a couple more. I don't know what else to say about this. King of Wands reversed. So with this King of Wands, the King of Wands is about passion. He's driven, he's motivated, he goes after what he wants and he gets it. He is able to juggle all the things, all of his passions, and people are like, oh my god, like, he is slaying, he is serving, he is like he just gets whatever he wants. Like, and he just seems to be, you know, very creative and motivated. On the reversed, because that's how I pulled it, I just feel like this is kind of tapping back into that energy that you have within yourself, because I believe that you are a very creative, inspired person, but you know, sometimes, and it's natural, when these Tower moments come in, it shakes things up, and it shakes our perspective of ourselves up, and our perspective of how we're able to handle situations. Oop. 2 of Coins. It's just like flipped over in the deck as I was shuffling. So she is like, I don't know if you can see that, but she is holding 2 little babies. It's like there is no task that has been given to you that you cannot handle. Like whatever this task or situation or whatever it is, this is for you. This is some sort of lesson for you, a test for you. So you can get back to like what is like really important to you, and yeah, just connect to your joy more, connect to things that bring you happiness more, because that really is the antidote to, you know, being stressed, being overwhelmed, like your brain being 10 years into the future and not right here in the moment. The antidote to that is to, you know, focus that same amount of energy on something positive, even if it takes time, even if it's a journey. It's just knowing that you'll get there and having that promise of the sun of like, okay, I can remain hopeful. I know that things are going to be fine. I know that I'm going to be successful, because the sun is about success. It's about warmth, hope, prosperity, abundance, all the good things. We've got 6 of Cups reversed. Just this energy in this reading of sweetness and connecting to sweetness, because this is very about sweetness, innocence, inner child. The 6 of Cups, sharing, you know, like these little kids, they're not bogged down by the harsh like realities of adulthood. They're just little kids, and this is kind of the energy that you need to tap back into, is like what made you happy when you were a kid, or like what makes you happy as an adult that, you know, gives you that same like happiness that you had when you were a little kid. Like, and you didn't have to worry about paying taxes or going to work or, you know, paying bills, like all that kind of stuff, where you didn't have to worry about boring gray adult things, because these little things are the meaning of life. Like taxes are not the meaning of life, going to work is not the meaning of life, you know, making money, whatever, that is not the meaning of life. The meaning of life is to have fun and to experience things, and even, well, I guess this is my perspective on what the meaning of life is based on this reading, but it's also to, you know, have perspective, because some of those experiences that we have in life are not so like favorable, but without them we don't have the contrast. We're not able to fully feel like the richness of happiness if we haven't experienced some sort of hardship. Like we don't have anything to compare it to, otherwise it's just like another day, you know what I mean? So that is the silver lining in this situation, is it's redirecting you back to happiness. Temperance reverse, balance. The World reversed. Yeah, the World reversed, I, you know, sometimes see as literally that, you know, that short-sightedness. So for me, that's just like an extra confirmation. But sometimes when we're like short-sighted, we have like a very full view of our inner world and our problems and our ways of thinking, if that makes sense. So if our focus is in here, we're still focusing on something, like there's something that we've gained or learned. So if you have been spending a lot of time in that energy, there is also a silver lining of that as well. Like there's something that you've learned about yourself in this situation, and it's allowed you to explore your internal world, how you react to things and all that kind of stuff. Temperance in reverse, this is about balance, but like I think just emotional balance, balancing the inner world. So yeah, there's just been this like lesson in this chapter of your life, this redirection into like self-focus, into what do I need emotionally, like how do I think, why do I react like this, why, you know, whatever it is. It doesn't even have to be any of those like examples, it can be anything. But that, I think, is the lesson. It's like this redirection has redirected you into your internal world, into like a mode of self-reflection, and that's not a bad thing, like, because if the meaning of life is to experience things, that's an experience. You're experiencing yourself now, and this is an invitation to connect to what makes you happy, and you know, how to look after yourself emotionally on a better level, and how to draw lines in the sand on a better level. Take that how it resonates. I'm just going to pull one more card for this reading, because I think that this just feels pretty well rounded. Oh, 2. Didn't mean to do that, but we'll go with that. The Chariot. Things are moving forward. If you feel like this tower has kind of set you back, and you feel like you've been slowed down, or, you know, redirected or whatever, and now it's going to take longer, that's not true, because the Chariot is like fast forward movingness fast forward motion that no one can stop. Like, it is going, and there's nothing that's going to get in its way. So just trust. Like, that's the biggest thing, is just trust that things are moving forward, even if you can't see it. There is something underlying here energetically that you're not seeing, but you will see soon, because of the sun. The sun illuminates everything. The 4 of Coins. To me, this is just about like focusing on what you have, not what you know, hasn't gone your way. You know, she's kind of clutching all of these coins, but she's protected. So, you know, you're allowed to be in this little cocoon that you've made for yourself. And, you know, when you're in the cocoon and you're waiting to become the butterfly, you can crochet or you can watch some Gossip Girl, or like, I don't know, like whatever you want to do. Like, what would you do to entertain yourself in the cocoon? Because you are in a cocoon right now. Like, this is the time for you to not get bogged down and feel like you have to wait forever, because you don't. Just have fun right now. That's the biggest thing. Do things to antidote or counteract the stress, and trust. That's really the biggest thing. Things are moving forward. Things are going to be illuminated. You know, just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. So keep going. And I hope that this video resonated. If it did, please feel free to give it a like. It helps me out, and it also helps to get the video out to other people who may need it. I'm also doing one-on-one tarot readings again. That is in Etsy, or on Etsy, in the link in my description. So if you're interested in that, that is there. Otherwise, I hope you have a lovely day. Happy Christmas, Happy New Year's if you're watching this at the time that I'm posting it. And yeah, have a lovely day.